Martha KARUA, the lead lawyer of Dr. Kizza Besigye, who by the way comes from Kenya, showed his displeasure in the courts of law when state officers intimidated her because of being in the case and of an opposition leader. Martha KARUA said this.
Was hostile and rude to me, telling me that this is not a Kenyan matter. A CEO at the gate, and I even complained later to her senior, Mr. Chebet, and informed them I will make a report to the court. We do not come here to be disrespected. We come here to do our duty as officers of the court. And this is not the first time we are making a complaint of undue hostility by officers manning the gate, but today it's specific on the police officer, a lady by the name of Asio. And it is the duty of the court to protect me and other court officers from undue harassment. We are here to do our duty under the Constitution and the laws of Uganda. And I'm duly licensed to practice here for this case. So we are urging the court to discharge its duty of ensuring that we come in here without let or hindrance, and that the officers know their boundaries when manning the court gates. I think she is at the gate, yeah. But as I've said, I did also report to her superior, Mr. Chebet, who was not at the gate at that time.
That is Martha KARUA. Every time I see politics in our nation, I feel bad, but I feel even more worse when the same politics is extended in the sanctuary of the judiciary. Because the judiciary ought to act like a conveyor belt for politics, where even if we have differences in the political arena, we all run to this sanctuary for solace. But as time goes on, the judiciary is being compromised by politics. It cannot be that even when we come in courts of law, lawyers are being demeaned. I remember, I think it was 201, if I'm not mistaken. By that time, Dr. Kizza Besigye was running for presidency. So they accused them of terrorism and etc. It's the reason why even these new cases, they are not new, especially political leaders. Elias Lukwago, Segona, I think, and Odongoto were the lead lawyers of Dr. Kizza Besigye. Okay. The judge in the court martial ordered for their arrest. I've never seen in a hearing where a judge can order lawyers to be arrested because they're standing in for a political leader. So Martha KARUA explaining this shows a sign of a failing state. So the purpose of this video, I've come to talk about the issues raised by Martha KARUA, what it means for our politics, and most importantly, the study materials we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to let you know that if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. And if you're watching this video from a different platform, please head on to YouTube, type in Sula Mawagali. There's a lot of content of this nature. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. First of all, a person may ask, what is the use of Martha KARUA in this politics? Most especially political cases require political lawyers because they give the case face. Imagine if Martha KARUA was not in this case, maybe even his momentum would not have been the same, because having foreign lawyers in the name of Martha KARUA. By the way, Martha KARUA, who has ever stood for presidency in the last election, was deputy president, is a towering figure in the politics of the region. So coming to represent Dr. Kizza Besigye, it also brings a sense of heaviness in the case. But for her to suffer such a thing, despite being a senior lawyer, it shows you how our politics decayed. Because if Martha KARUA can pass in such thing, what about a lawyer like Aaron Kizza and others? By the way, Aaron Kizza, by the way, also suffered the same when the court martial issued an arrest on him, and they arrested him for, I think, almost a year. So my call for the Chief Justice, Flavian Jeriza, is one: fight hard not the judiciary not to be overtaken by the politics of the day. And as we look, it is being overtaken. It's already failing. The judiciary is already failing. And the more the judiciary fails, the more people will not be running to courts. They'll have to settle their cases in their hands. Can you imagine the last election? The biggest contender, Bobi Wine, didn't go to court because of lack of faith. And if it continues this way, we are going to get another MUSEVENI like the way it is in the 1980s. Some people, when especially the regime propagandists, when they are told that they stole election, they keep on telling you, go to court, forgetting that their leader, MUSEVENI, in 1980 never went to court when Obote was declared president. He went to the bush. And don't think that there are not other MUSEVENIs. Other MUSEVENIs will emerge. We may not support going to the bush because it's so crude, but trust me, it's going to happen. In fact, Martha KARUA continued to say this.
As you have noticed today, our first complaint was the difficulties we face in accessing the court premises. Today, I was harassed as I was entering the court. There was a police officer by the name of Asio. She wanted me to alight from the vehicle outside the gate. And I refused, telling her that all the times I have come here, my vehicle is allowed to drop me on the staircase next to the court where I'm going. So she allowed the car to enter the court premises, and next to the door, she now came again and told me, you are now inside the court premises, get out. I told her no, I wouldn't get out. I want to be dropped where I'm usually dropped, next to the court, not at the door of the court premises. And she just from nowhere said, why are you being difficult? This is not a Kenyan matter. I have not come to Uganda or to the court to have words thrown at me and disrespect shown by a police officer or anybody else for that matter. When I come to court, I come as an officer of the court, duly licensed under the laws of Uganda. And that is why I raised the matter with the court. The court has a duty to protect all those who come to the court, both those who come to listen, the accused persons, or people like us who are officers of the court. Because how else will an accused person be able to have a lawyer of choice if when we come to court we are subject of harassment? The court has promised to deal with the matter, and we'll be approaching the judge in chambers as he asked us to do. It's just that we had to first see our clients in the court cells before they were taken to Ruzira prison.
That is Martha KARUA. So for me, I think such things must stop. The judiciary must not enter in the arena of politics, even though they must pass rulings concerning political cases, but they should desist. In fact, I pray that it makes a finding. They have cameras around the court, so that the perpetrator must be brought to the book. In that way, we may have a successful Uganda. Of course, as my opinion, may remain yours truly, Mr. Makindi, Kabir Sulaiman Mawagali. If you're into this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. I'll see you on another one. Peace.